Okay, Pisces, here we go. July tarot reading 2019 for sign of Pisces as we enter Cancer season. Thanks for being here, Pisces. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being here in this moment in space and time. All right. Pisces, things coming up centering and surrounding the home, the idea of home, the ideology of home, what it means to you, where you're at with that right now. You know, moving from home, moving back to home. Home is an establishment of self, all these kind of things. I'm just picturing a big old house sitting out there. Maybe some of you have been dreaming lately. Maybe some of you will be like in the process of like finally purchasing a place to do some settling down, something like that, something of that nature. Okay. So on your way home, it's a good place to be, Pisces. Cancer season will obviously benefit you in terms of the depths of the water, the emotional context of it all. People's sensitivities, Pisces, though, is something that's playing into this for you as well. Okay, so things that trigger you, that get a bee in your bonnet, and the things that you do that put a bee in other people's bonnets, or leave them kind of confused, right? It's kind of something of that nature. We could be finding extra levels and layers of sensitivities in others and in ourselves, Pisces, okay? Cards are all shuffled. I'll cut the cards up for you, Pisces. And I want to wish everybody here cross-watching Sun, Moon, Aquarius, not Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, you know, general readings. Take what applies, kick the rest to the curb. It's always a pleasure to be here, and thank you, Pisces, for being with us. Pisces, 8 of Cups, Chariot, 6 of Wands, 6 of Swords, the Moon, the Knight of Pentacles, and a reversal on the 7 of Pentacles up here in the Survival. Okay, that's a tricky one. Okay, this is a card that wants me to tell you sometimes you got to complete chapter 1 before you flip forward to chapter 2, right? This is like walking before running. This is like knowing your limitations and boundaries before pushing into new areas that you know very little about. It's kind of like prerequisite courses, prerequisite training, transferable abilities, things of this nature. You may be looking at, you know, sort of swimming in new directions. And what I mean by that in regards to your working world, your living life, where your income is derived from, monies that you may be waiting for to be returned to you. This is like all about letting go of fear. If it never was enough, you have to trust that you would still be okay, or it never will be enough. And you have to trust and allow for what is to be without any spin, positive or negative, on it. And that's for those Pisces that are issues of with abundance and things of that nature, financial issues. It's like be patient on it, be in fullness of what it is now, so that it has the ability to come in even more. Finances, though, slowly growing, slowly percolating from new ideas, new innovative things, perhaps new skills. These transferable skills that I mentioned, Knight of Pentacles, you might have been waiting as well for a payoff or a payday for something at some time. And as well, this is saying it's not quite arrived yet. The dollars are on their way, but they're not arrived yet. So for whatever this is like, I'm not saying just sit around and wait for it. You still have to like get up and do what you can to ensure that fair trade is absolutely established here. Okay, but at the same time, it's like we can't hurry anything, especially if it's matters of the heart, matters of love, right? You can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. Okay, and we're going to come back to that Knight of Pentacles. I just want to move up. You do have your card up here in your center, your willpower center. So you're going to be feeling very good, very much like the traditional you that, you know, even sometimes you don't even think twice. You just go out and it serves you very well. You exist and you're in it, right? But under the moon, in the shade of the night, something here again about wanderlust and about home, right? Kind of the ideal of it, or where is it, or what is your definition of it? Perhaps there's some conditioned thinking surrounding the home that may be leaving you in a point of disillusionment right now, where you're like, it has to be a certain way, right? Because I get a sense that you're wanting to walk away from something. You're wanting to pull back. You're wanting to go in a new direction, swim in a new direction. But there are certain fears that you're letting go of, whether they're subconscious or you know dang well what they are. It's okay. You can be free of this disillusionment about what it is by simply resting, by simply being yourself, because it can carry on through a very thin veil of something that most people worry about, where Pisces sort of remains left unchanged. They're okay with it, but it is about that allowance piece. And you are moving forward. You're definitely moving forward through the month of July and this Cancer season. Six of Wands, Six of Swords, cards of forward progression and balance in it. Okay, balancing the boat, balancing the horse, all about it, but moving somewhere, going somewhere, and that's just fine. All right. But again, we've got this one up here saying go slow. Don't worry. The path before you has been cleared. You just need to enjoy yourself and remember that the steps that you take are yours and yours alone. And it's okay for people that come around and are with you at the time, and maybe you're feeling very much at home, or like sort of the social level of home. What is the best community? Who are the best people for you in your life, right? It's very much about this thought and spirit, the intertwining, the intermingling of, and the balance of, right? Carrying consciousness into spirit and injecting spirit into consciousness, right? You're at the command. You control how fast the boat or the horse goes, right? Because it may feel like things are moving a little bit quicker than you had anticipated. Okay. Chariot's up here. This is all right. But remember, the chariots way back in the day, they would run in a circular pattern. Okay. They would, if there was a chariot that needed to get somewhere with an important message, yeah, they'd make a beeline for it. But in terms of the Colosseums, they used to run them in a circle. So typically one of the two horses was the dominant or the powerhouse. Okay. So you want to make sure that your power horse, whether it be this Six of Wands or this Nine of Pentacles, whichever speed you're wanting this to move at, whatever speed, you're wanting to give to the union that is approaching you. Okay. You're going to want to either meet it at a slower pace, or it has the potential to actually pass right by you, whatever that might be. It would be like come and gone, almost like the wind or the breeze, because this Chariot card, this major arcana up in your soul searching, is just like, again, back to this. We need to actually stop and make sure that our footing is secure before we try and it's like, it would be like trying to run a marathon before you check to make sure your shoelaces are tied. It doesn't take long. You just have to give them a quick tighten up before you go. But then there you are. You have it, and it makes you more viable. It makes those skills, those transferable skills, more desirable. Again, thinking of potential employees, because Pisces, this July, some of our Pisces, they're going to be walking away from something. They're going to say, I've had enough. I'm not willing to deal. I'm not willing to invest anymore. I'm not even willing to perform anything of that nature, right? For some of you, it will be like leaving home for the first time. For others of you, it will be maybe leaving that first career or that first long-standing place of employment that you've had, right? It's all about that. There's a journey set to begin here, right? The path has been, somebody went through with a big old whippersnipper and cleared all the branches out of the way for you as well. The path is clear. See that lighthouse way off? You know how far it is. It's going to be, you're going to have to cross the rivers. You're going to have to ride your horsey over the mountain, all that stuff to get there. Let go of fear. But remember, this first step or that first initial stage, make sure that you're mastery of it. It's like, you don't want to get miles from home and realize, hey, it's actually back there, or what I actually needed, I was way back there. There's no point, right? So some of our Pisces, it might be, if I were to put titles on these videos, this one might be called U-turn. For some of you might actually literally turning around, stopping and being like, wow, there is so much left here to consider and take care of before I can actually. All right, absolutely. Steve and Electric Wizard, thanks for being in the chat. For sure, we're just posting the monthly readings for all of the people watching later. Pisces, stay tuned. I got one more message left for you from the Sacred Oracle deck, and then we'll end the stream and post the video. And that's just kind of how it works. And thanks for being here, Steve. We're gonna do a live program again tonight. I'm telling you, I'm like full throttle on this stuff right now. Even though I'm looking a little tired right now, I promise I'll get freshened up for all the ladies. All right. We talked about it. Bring it into form. The first step of a long journey, the forward motion, the progression, the moving into it, okay? Don't worry about how abstract the future may seem or things of a higher nature may seem. It's almost like as if, like I said, being yourself and being sure of that footing before you go on is going to help allow you to meet it in the middle, because this is like a real co-creation. This isn't just manifesting and then all of a sudden it shows up in your door in an Amazon box. That's not real manifesting. This is about the thing that you're calling for and that you're desiring to. And you know dang well it's only going to meet you halfway. And you've got to make the other steps, the other motions to get there. But what I'm saying, bring it in a form. It requires slow and steady wins the race. You want to be the tortoise here in this situation. It's okay. Tortoises, we're all about the water. You can be even the cosmic sea turtle if you want. This month is favoring you very well. Something changing in regards to home life and walking away from something. But I feel that you're doing it in a place of emotional comfort, which sets me at ease a little bit. Okay. So Pisces, that's a wrap. And again, thanks everyone for being here. We're going to see you all real soon. If you're new here and watching later, remember the subscribe button will get you into all the backstage functions of when we go live. And we just have it's a wicked awesome live tarot program. That's the only words I can use to describe it. So again, Steve, Electric Wizard, thanks so much. We'll see you next time.